Fear is the killer of dreams. Fear is a normal part of being human. It is not unusual to experience fear. However, it is unusual to allow fear to control your human experience. Fear is the what ifs, the buts, and the ands. Fear is what keeps you on the cliffside instead of taking a leap of faith. Perhaps your leap of faith leads you into uncertainty, and uncertainty is uncomfortable. But the thing about taking a leap of faith is that you are leaping from a comfort zone into the thrill and excitement of the unknown. Fear is the absence of hope. It is what turns your attention to the disillusions of anything that could go wrong and drowns out the hope of everything that could possibly go right. Fear is the killer of dreams. It is hope that incites revolutions. It is hope that inspires change. Fear is only meant to be experienced for a fleeting moment. Then it is meant to be swallowed. It is not meant to swallow. To be human means to feel and be felt. You have been programmed to be numb. You are not dumb. You are demented, disrupted, disillusioned from what you consume to the very actions of your everyday routine were designed to make and maintain numbness. Some programs were even designed to keep you numb from any other feelings besides rage, anger, upset, drowning out any other emotions that humans are meant to express, meant to feel, meant to manage. Emotional control is your own superpower that has been given away. Emotional management is what is currently in play, and it has a hold over you. Take back the control of your own emotions by learning how to express them. You put a label on everything in your life besides your own emotions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Are you tired? Are you sad? Are you mad? What has made you mad? What keeps you sad? Is it within your control to change what makes you mad or sad? Is it within your control to help a situation? Or would you find it more to hinder you if you did? You are not dumb. You are disrupted. Disrupted and disconnected from your very own flow. How does one get back into their own flow? Start simple. Ask yourself basic questions like getting to know yourself, like the game 20 questions. What is my favorite color? What is my favorite food? Where would I like to travel? What is my dream car? Simple questions produce simple answers. For the simple minded, sometimes you must go back to basics, to the first grade, round zero. Disrupt the disruption in your own flow by disrupting the pattern that keeps you there. Like a giant boulder being thrown in a free flowing stream. That boulder changes the current, causes new rapids in the stream, ripples in the flow. Disrupt your current pre programmed flow and reclaim it by starting simple for the simple minded. The illusion that keeps you disillusioned is that this world, this reality, this matrix, this hell can only be survived one way. That is simply not true. The biggest lie ever told is that's not possible. That's not possible is the biggest lie ever told. You have been programmed, disillusioned to believe that there is only one way, their way. Who is they? They are not you. You are the one in control. You are creator. Director, this is your directive, and you have been following someone else's directive. Forging your own path is a daunting task. Or have you been disillusioned that it is? That walking the muddy steps of someone else, picking up and surviving off their breadcrumbs along the way, is the only way. Bake your own bread. If you are the one that plants the seeds, tills the field, harvests the wheat, then bake your own bread. If you don't know how, always ask the right questions to the right people. You would not ask an attorney how to operate on a heart. And there are no wrong questions. There are no dumb questions. There are only specific questions. You have been disillusioned into believing that you should not ask questions, that you should eat what you are fed without asking where it came from, without asking how it was prepared. Put the spoon in your mouth, swallow what we feed you. This is what you have been disillusioned to believe. A program that will be disrupted should you choose to disrupt it. Remember, you are not dumb. You are numb. The difference is evident. Unfortunately, being programmed to be numb has numbed yourself from your own intuition, which is something you must always trust. Intuition is a psychic ability that every human possesses. It is their God given gift. And it is a gift that can never be taken away. It can be numbed, flattened, blocked, but it is ever present and should always be trusted. How do you discern from your intuition and your own little mind? If it feels right and good, it is with God. If it does not feel right, if it puts a bad taste in your mouth, if it makes your ears burn, your stomach churn, don't do it. Don't say it. Just don't. Humans are not inherently bad, nor are they inherently good. They have the power of choice to be either or at any time. What you choose to do with that superpower is what empowers you. Control it. Control yourself in all human aspects. Think the seven deadly sins. Learn to control yourself so that no one can control you. Hold up. Let me just register that for a moment, y'all. Let me say that again. Learn to control yourself so that no one can control you. Can you tell yourself no and stand on business? Can you not do the thing that you told yourself that you were not going to do? Can you self motivate? Do the thing that you don't want to do anyway? Self starter energy. If you've ever had that question in a job interview or seen it on a job application, are you a self starter? That's what it means to be a self starter. Can you make yourself do the things that you don't want to do anyway? Message. So when I ask you, are you a self starter? What is your answer? I am a self starter. Part of trusting your intuition, learning to trust your intuition, is another very human aspect of acceptance. Accepting yourself and your truths, accepting other humans around you and their truths. Acceptance is naturally a part of human nature. If it wasn't, I imagine there would only be about one other human, just one person on this planet. Two, if they actually liked and accepted another human enough to be on this planet with them. You know what I mean? In what ways do you accept yourself? The first thing that may come to mind is I accept my flaws because I am who I am. You either love me or you don't. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Does that sound familiar? That attitude there. What if you met that same attitude in another human being? Would you be so accepting if they were not your cup of tea? If you didn't like them? It is not unusual to dislike a few humans we may meet as we mosey around this earth in this lifetime. However, it is unusual for us to try to eliminate those humans in one way or another just because we don't dislike them. If one is so sensitive in temperament that the slightest bump in the shoulder with someone else while walking down the streets sets you off into crash out mode, you should ask yourself why their very presence bothered you in such a way that you found a brush of the shoulder, an accident, to be so offensive. Hop off, child. You are not the only human here on this planet trying to live, trying to survive, trying to thrive. You must accept this fact. You don't have to like everyone around you. However, you must be very accepting of their presence because they exist just as much as you do. They deserve to be here just as much as you do. They may not even want to be here as much as you don't want to be here. If you took the time to actually have a conversation with one of these humans that you are so angered by, you'd be surprised how much you actually have in common. You cry, I'm alone, because you set yourself apart, purposely create an indestructible wall to not let anyone in, which is highly unusual human behavior. Because what is usual human behavior is acceptance. You have forgotten yourself, little lords and little ladies. You have forgotten where you have come from. You have forgotten who you are. This here is a remembering. Maybe we have forgotten that we are human because we do not like the very idea of being human. We cannot stand the thought of what it means to be human. To be human means to be felt and to feel, to be seen and to see, hear and be heard. And perhaps that is where the fear lies with humans. You are afraid to be felt, seen, heard. You are afraid to be human.